There may be a level of discontentment within the fly fishing circles when the topic of best bass bugs is brought up. What is the best fly for catching bass? Many of our larva-laced flies make the list of favorites so far. Cactus worm, the big-eyed deceiver, bunny pike fly, spearmint streamer. But there's one fly that stands above the rest. One that catches bass throughout the year and has the power to entice the biggest fish in the pond to eat time and time again. It's called the Murdich Minnow. It was originally designed by Bill Murdich to catch stripers in the Northeast, but has since stolen the hearts of Smallie and bucketmouth fishers the world round. This is how you tie it. Big or small works equally well for the Murdich. The Daiichi 2546 saltwater style hook is perfect from size 2 to 6. Always pinch the barb. Start your thread about halfway down the hook shank and bring it back to above the point of the hook. For the tail of the fly, we'll tie in white bucktail. This will provide a nice base for the more lightweight materials that sit on top. Trim what I would call a clouser-sized clump of hair from the tail and pull out any stubble from the base. Snatch any of those outstanding stragglers from the tips as well. Measure the hair to be about 2 to 2.5 times the hook length and tie it down on the back of the hook. Press the hair down with your thumb to create even coverage all the way around the hook before adding securing wraps. I like to add a hot spot in my Murdich patterns. Larva-laced saltwater angel hair works great for this. Take a small clump from the hank and tie it right on top of the bucktail. Red is just a great color to incorporate into any bait fish pattern in some way. Whether or not it matters to the fish, it's certainly been working wonders for this fly. The primary component of the Murdich is more flash. Silver angel flash to be exact. It adds a holographic component to all the great movement underwater. Measure your piece of flash to be about twice the length of your hook and bucktail combined. This will ensure you have enough material to complete the fly properly. Vary the length of your angel flash tail to find out what works best for you. On larger flies, I extend this flash tail 2 to 3 inches beyond the bucktail tips. This size 6 is more of a micro Murdich, so I'll tie the angel flash to be the same length as the bucktail, and leave the tag end hanging from the front of the hook. We'll need that in a few minutes. What makes the Murdich Minnow deadly is its neutral buoyancy in the water, allowing the angel hair and rabbit fur to undulate between strips. Craft fur, Arctic fox, or even marabou will work for this step as well, but I really prefer the rabbit. Cut a chunk of fur about 1 inch wide from a Zonker strip and secure it to the side of the hook. Add another clump of fur to the opposite side in the same fashion. Now you may also tie these materials on top and bottom if that's easier for you. The biggest thing is just having complete coverage of fur all the way around. It doesn't affect the fly's performance one way or another. Then you can trim off the excess rabbit fur there in the middle. Next, we finally get to use that tag of flash. Pull the clump over the back and tie it down as the wing for the fly. Trim this part of the flash to extend just past the rabbit fur. Finally, reach for a product called Frizzle Chenille. This is the large and wide variety. It makes a great bushy head and again helps with buoyancy and movement. You may also use white cactus chenille here if you don't have any frizzle. You'll tie them both in the same way. Strip some of the fibers from the tip of the material to reveal the woven rope underneath. Tie that rope in and bring your thread forward to the hook eye. It's really important that you make sure this material is wrapped tightly on the hook shank so it doesn't twist and spin on you during fishing. Start wrapping the Frizzle Chenille and really crank down on it after your first wrap. Hold your already tied in materials tightly with your left hand while you cinch down on the chenille. Then use both hands to bring it forward, stroking the fibers back before each additional wrap. You want the head to be tightly packed together all the way to the eye, so take your time and get as many wraps of chenille as you can on the hook. When you get to the front, add some securing wraps, trim the excess chenille, and do your best to sneak a few half hitches or a whip finish in front of the frizzle fibers. If you want, you can add eyes to either side of the fly, but this fly catches fish just as well without them. There you have it. The best bass fly to ever see the light above a tying vise. If I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. Tie up some Murdich Minnows today, and make sure you call your local fly shop to ask if they have larva lace synthetics for making flies that straight up catch fish. You can email Lori if you have any questions, or just go to hagensfish.com to place an order for quality fly tying products. Larva Lace is a proud partner of the Fish Stories Archive, helping anglers preserve their voices for the future. Thank you for being a part of the fly fishing world. Tight lines and best fishes from Larva Lace.